You have 150 to buy booze. What would you buy? Oh, and that includes paying the tax man. So you really don't have 150. Hey, how's it going? I'm the Bourbon Batchers 2020. Yeah, you have 150 bucks to buy booze. Only booze. What would you buy? So me, I'm not going to forfeit this money. So if I go back with that money, it's gone. I'm never seeing that again because I've seen it happen. So I walk in, figured I'd pick a good time when they get their delivery. I walk in, I see the bullshit, the typical stuff, the Blatons, the Caribou. I'm like, God, I just don't want to pay that price. I don't want to. It's not worth it. To me, it's not worth it. Nothing really stood out to me. I'm searching everywhere. I'm even looking at the tequilas. I'm looking. Oh, the Irish, the Scotch. There was nothing there that I could buy that could fit in that $150 range. Okay, so you got the tax man. So you're paying 5 to 10% in tax. Take $8, $10 off that. So now you're in that range of 140 bucks. I I st- I was defeated. I was about ready to walk out. I get to the door, the light bulb goes off. Things are getting warmer. Friends are going to come up and visit. Scenarios, circumstances, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to have to. I don't have any budget bourbons. That some people call them bottom shelves. I don't want to call them that. They are the backbone bourbons, the ones that keep the lights on, pay the salaries, everything like that, the consistency bottles. So I'm going to call them the budget bottles. I go pivot 180, went back in, and I go, all right, what do I need? I need a range of things, a range of bottles. I end up getting a bunch, and I actually felt pretty good because normally you go in looking to spend 150 bucks, you're going to get $120 because the way they price it is, you get the 25 $30 range, you get the 40 to 45, then you get the 50 to 60 range, then you're going to get the 70 to the 80 range. And then once you get to that, you're going to go 100 to 120, 100 to 140. Now you're over your limit. The way they price these things, it just irritates the shit out of me. Prices have not gone down since the bourbon industry has lost 60%. Don't know why. I think they're housing these bottles in warehouses and just slowly releasing to keep the price up. I figured there's going to be a lot of my wife's friends who don't really drink very well, but I want to get some bottles that they can enjoy. If they want old fashions, whiskey sours, things like that, we can make some good bottles. But at the same time, these budget bottles taste very good. So there, I'll tell you afterwards what I would add to if I could, but it wasn't there. These bottles here are the ones I picked. Obviously, the Wild Turkey 101 Rye. I really enjoy this saying. This saying is fantastic. This saying tastes twice, almost three times what you pay for. It is a great bottle, and I really hope, me saying this doesn't raise the price of it, but it is a fantastic bottle, 101 proof. The Wild Turkey 101 bourbon whiskey, another fantastic bottle, 25 bucks. Oh, and the Wild Turkey 101 Rye was, I think, 26. The 101 was like 25. And the Old Forester, I think, was like about 26. I think that was one of the most expensive. No, that was like 26. The Evan Williams, I think it was like 22, 23, 24 bucks. And the Knob Creek is where I spent the most money, was 34. I'm going to say 35. So in total, I spent 135 bucks. With that, I paid 135 bucks, paid the tax man 142. And up where I live, they don't make good tacos. So I've got a sandwich for the remaining change. I think these bottles here, you got 2 ryes, 2 and 3 bourbon whiskeys. If I could change it up, if it was available, I would have traded in that Knob Creek rye for a Sazerac, which is much cheaper. But what's good about the choice I got, that the batch that I got here, the batch there, nothing's under 100 proof. You got the 101s that are 101, obviously, and everything else is 100 proof. I would probably swap out the Knob Creek. I'd sub out the Knob Creek for a Sazerac, which is probably like 23 bucks, 24. Good day. I'm not talking about sale prices and stuff like that. This is what you see on a shelf in a liquor store. It's I'd get that, and then I'd leave me enough money to get maybe an old granddad bottle and bond, and I got a pretty well-rounded range of bottles, or not maybe not even a granddad. I would go with a Larceny, the 92 proof. I saw it for 24 bucks. So that should keep me within the range of like 142 bucks plus tax. I make the 150 bucks because I'm not going home with that 150 bucks, because the next day I'm going to wake up, I'm going to be 150 bucks lighter. Just telling, it's happened before, and I'm not going to let it happen to me again. That's what I end up doing because I didn't see anything I wanted, this far along in the bourbon whiskey tasting my palate. If I don't see something I really don't want, I'm not going to get it. I've walked out of liquor stores many times empty handed. I got these things for guests, for people that are coming over that maybe, hey, let me try this. I'll drink it with them. They're great bottles, fantastic bottles, and for a good price. You're not paying the top dollar money for something that they're not going to taste. If you got a guy that's been drinking for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years, got a good palate going, you're going to reach in, grab something good, and entertain them. Someone that doesn't, but it's like, hey, yeah, no, I'll try it out. I'm going to give them one of these things, because you're not wasting a high dollar bottle on somebody that has no clue what they're tasting. When my buddies come over, I'm going to say, hey, pick a bottle out. What do you want to drink? And they can pick anything they want, because I know they're going to enjoy and really respect the bottle that I have sitting there that's not open yet. Hey, let me know, guys, in the comments, what would you do on these budget bottles? What other substitution would you get to maybe to where you can get, what did I end up getting, 5 bottles out of that? I think I got 5 bottles. Yeah, I ended up getting 5 bottles out of that whole thing, and it ended up being 135 bucks. And if I kind of tweaked it a little bit, I could probably get 6 bottles. Let me know what you put something down in the comments. What would be your selection and why? And if you guys want, put it in there. Say, hey, yeah, do a live stream so we can chat back and forth, on these budget bottles, because prices are still up. The economy is shit. Even though the market, says that it's doing pretty good, it's, it's up and down, and it could always be better. It could be stable and better, not, on a whim, up and down, prices of just living in general. I get it. If you're having a tough time, putting food on the table, but you still want booze, these are the bottles that you want. So leave me a comment. What would you do? What bottles would you pick? If you guys want a live stream on this thing, I'll do it, because I need to start doing more live streams and get back into live streams, because I'm doing a bunch of stuff around the house. I'm so busy. Really want me to do live streams? I'll jump in there. I'll start doing them. So, hey, I'm mad if this was helpful. There's a lot of bottles out there that are good, that are, budget bottles. Even if you go to the big like Costco, Sam's Club, things like that do in bulk, you're going to get them for cheaper. So maybe you can get 6, maybe 7 bottles out of it. It's just a topic that everybody wants the latest and greatest and taste it out and let you know. But these are the backbones of the bourbon and whiskey industries, that you need these things for mixers. You need these things for the people that really don't know, their palate as well as they think they do. It's a necessity. And don't overlook the bottom shelves or even the middle shelves. You'll find some gems in there. So I'm Matt. Like, subscribe, hit the bell, and I will talk to you later. Hopefully it's helpful. Later.